So as I was editing this vlog, I realized I kept mentioning Chicago, but never mentioned why I was going to Chicago. I don't want to assume that everybody watched my last couple of vlogs where I mentioned it, but I'm going on this trip to Chicago for a wedding. Now, to see how my trip went, stay tuned. I'll pop back on at the end. Enjoy.
Thank you. Please proceed into the lot. Thank you for choosing GSP.
Good morning. Let's go to Chicago.
Wi-Fi will be available on today's flight for SkyMiles members. If you're not yet a SkyMiles member, it's free and easy to sign up. Please see the seatback card for more information. Once we close the boarding door, Wi-Fi will be available until we arrive in Atlanta.
The next stop is the B gate. B as in Bravo. The next stop is
Made it to Atlanta. It is 7:01. My flight leaves at 9. I want to tell you why I'm nervous about going to Chicago. The airport is pretty far from the hotel, and to Uber is very expensive. So my only other route to get there is the train. I have never taken a train ever, and I'm nervous about it, or I was. I did some research, and it's not so bad, but you know, I think I'll be okay. Just thinking about riding the train, I think about, you know, New York downtown subway. It's really crowded. You got 3,000 folks getting off at the same time. 3,000 folks getting on at the same time. It's real hectic and busy. I don't think it won't be like that. I don't think. I think I'll be alright. But that's why I was nervous about traveling today. But I've done enough research. I think I will survive. So, we'll see. I'm tired though. Went to bed late, got up at 3 o'clock this morning, and it's been moving ever since. So hopefully, the flight, I don't even know how long the flight is. We land at 10 in a different time zone? I don't know. Anyway, stay tuned.
You have like 3 more days to me.
Train arriving. Please stand clear of the debris.
Train arriving. Please stand.
One, two, and three. One, two, and three.
Excuse me. Sorry for speaking to you. Sorry for speaking to you. I was in the door. I walked in the door. I walked in the door. I walked in the door.
Check, not us escaping one train going to another. They wildin'.
Direction of travel. Doors open on the left at Rosemont. This is Rosemont. This is a Blue Line train to BYC Halstead. This is Clark and Lake. Transfer to orange, green, pink, purple, and brown line trains and the Thompson Center at Clark and Lake. This is a Blue Line train to BYC Halstead. Doors closing. Doors closing.
whether voluntary or whether court ordered. I said,
Ooh, swanky. What's my room number? 1714. Okay, this way. Ooh, this is dark. First things first, let's turn some air on. It's hot. So I'm in my room. Let's do a tour. Okay, entrance. Narrow, very narrow. Closet. Okay. Bathroom. Okay. This is the living quarters. And this is more closet space. Okay, okay. Let's check the view. We're on the 17th floor. What are we looking at? Oh, not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot, and that's okay. There's some light in here. So it's 11:58, and I don't know if I mentioned, I have a cousin that lives in Chicago, not far from here, and we have plans to meet for brunch at 12:30. So he said it's not far from here. Haven't Googled it, but I'll go eat with him in about half an hour or so. Haven't seen him. It's been 15, 20 years. I'm excited to see him. But yeah, I made it to Chicago. Let me tell you what happened on the train, right? So I had just sat down and this guy was making a fuss, all the cussing and fussing outside the train. And the cop wasn't saying much. He just kept doing like this to the guy. So he gets on the train, cussing and fussing, slamming like the connecting door like really, really hard. When I tell you the whole train car jumped up at the same time and took off to another train car. When I say hauled ass, we did. Excuse my French. But we hauled tail. And about 5 or 6 stops down, he just reappeared in the car again. I guess you can change from car to, like, walk from car to car, train car to train car. And about 5 or 6 stops down, he was again asking for money because he was homeless. Child, that whole car jumped up in unison like a church choir. The train is an experience. It's loud and it's bumpy, but you know, it's public transportation. Like, my first time ever using the train for that, but it was cool. It was cool. Anyway, let me get settled and get prepared, get wrenched off. I don't have time to shower. I have to freshen up and go get some food. Since I came downstairs, I saw the bride. Isn't that crazy? Maybe at the Bean right now, yeah.
Yeah, with all fenced in, you can kind of get a picture of it, but you couldn't get up underneath it.
I watched a YouTube video, so now they came to see it, and it was blocked off. They were upset because they couldn't get a picture of it. Say hey, Warren.
Yeah, I guess you could take this on this side and have it first.
Right.
Kind of like here, but it's no pier.
Okay.
Your boat is just moored out there, so you got to get on the boat from here to take you to your boat.
To your boat.
And be able to get on your boat once you get there. So you got to
Ooh, nice.
see how
Oh,
it's there?
yeah.
That little, so they have
Oh.
the water pouring out of the mouth. I guess that part isn't turned on right now.
Your tickets handy, if you don't mind. As you board, have your bags presented and your tickets handy. And once you're on board, just to let you know, there is an open bar downstairs ready to serve you.
Interfering with the safe operation of this vessel is illegal and subject to a civil penalty.
Dearborn is the first red star on the Chicago flag. We'll never forget Fort Dearborn, as it's the story of the massacre of Fort Dearborn. We lost 25 soldiers here against 250 mounted mercenaries on the Chicago flag. High and on the right, we have the Trump International Hotel and Tower. 2009, neo-futurist postmodern, 422 meters in height. Adrian Smith is the architect. He also designed the Burj Khalifa. If you take the clothes off of the Trump and you take the clothes off of the Burj Khalifa, it's the same skeleton, but it looks like a father and son. Yep, the Burj Khalifa is 2.5 times the height of the Trump. We're just really glad to have Adrian Smith working in Chicago. Bertrand Goldberg, 1966. Bertrand Goldberg rejected 90-degree theory, saying that we're the only animals on the planet that live in 90-degree angles, and it's slowly driving us mad. Every generation gets worse and worse in their mind. That's what he thought, and so he said we should be living in organic spaces, like the petals of flowers, in 2 weeks or less. What a geographical oddity, 2 weeks from everywhere. Unfortunately, the Depression crippled Marshall W. Fields, who had to sell the building for half price to stay alive as a business. A union member. So it's just best to just stick to the deal and not try to negotiate or renegotiate. And that's what Salesforce did. Here on the left, casino and resort construction site. They say they'll be open by October 2026. LOL. They've had a few setbacks. Typical stuff. A wall fell into the river, got the environmentalists in a thing, and then their dumpsters were being dumped by the mafia, so the city got involved. It's just your typical Chicago. They're using the world's strongest steel to cantilever over the Riverwalk and over the railroads. Neither of those can be blocked. Your cows for toast and pennies. And Katie O'Leary is a thriving entrepreneur, modernism and contemporary. And the legacy ahead of us on the right, that's the legacy of the Chicago Fire winning the World Cup in 2028. You can see a postmodern Parthenon near the top. 5'5" West Wacker, C.F. Murphy, 1968 in the brutalist style. We call this the Danny DeVito. By Jeannie Gang was designated the most beautiful building in the world for the year 2009. Absolutely not. Nobody cared. It's 1900. 20 years go by. Ontario. Any Ontarians on the boat? You're the hero in this story. We used to have 20 a ride. But Chicago. You need to put a lock up here because you're just draining lake water into the Gulf with your new canal. You gonna do something about it?
I guess you can mix a really good old fashioned as well.
You want mine? Over here?
Yeah. Let me see if it feels sprinkles out a little bit better than mine. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to sprinkle out right there. That's a good sprinkle.
That's good.
Good.
Yeah.
This was the state government building in Chicago. And so a lot of the Illinois.
Good morning. It is Friday morning. It's 8:28. I'm not even sure what time zone, but it's not. It's Central time. Whatever. I'm an hour behind Eastern time zone. So it's 8:28 here, 9:28 back home. Yesterday was really good. My first day up here. And I hung out with my cousin the entire afternoon. When I tell you, he made sure I saw every tourist attraction yesterday. we walked and walked and walked. He gave me some, little tidbits about Chicago, and we went and got brunch yesterday. Then we walked around for a while. I went on my boat tour, and then we met up for dinner last night. I got like just under 14,000 steps in yesterday. But it was nice getting to hang out with him. Hadn't seen him in a bunch of years, and he gave me a really great tour of the city. From a true Chicagoan. Is it Chicagoan? I don't know. Anyway, great city. So I'm just resting this morning, and my body is really sore. My feet hurt really bad. My ankles are sore. My shoulders are sore. So I'm just taking it easy today. I'm going to get up after a while and go find some breakfast and then kind of walk some, maybe, just to get some fresh air. And the wedding isn't until 4:30. To have time, I won't be rushed at all. What's so cool is that after I left my room yesterday to go meet my cousin, I saw the bride downstairs. Just popped up out of nowhere. She was preparing for her wedding rehearsal / welcoming party for her wedding. Am I saying that right? Wedding party? A welcoming party for her wedding party. They were having a rehearsal dinner last night. So she was, back and forth doing stuff like that. And she spotted me on the sidewalk. It was good to see her before the hustle and bustle of this afternoon. So I'm winging it today. I'm not going to be in the streets too much. I don't want to be so tired for tonight that I can't enjoy myself. So I'm going to Google some breakfast spots and get up after a while and get busy. I'm having a good time so far. Chicago is what I expected it to be. I didn't expect for the tourist attractions to be so close together. Everything is in walking distance for the most part. Put on some good walking shoes if you're ever up here. Had on some good shoes, but I didn't have any socks. That's on my feet. They're kind of like sore and tight today, but I've already stretched a couple times this morning just to loosen up some. I do feel better. Anyway. It's fresh squeezed. Ooh, it's good. I'm just about ready. I'm on time. Call me an Uber because I'm not walking 2 blocks in this dress.
In 5% or more of people in clinical trials, heart rate increases, dizziness, hypertension, weight gain,
You see the dress?
stuffy nose, sleepiness,
Excuse me, miss. Look at the dress.
symptoms have been observed. These are not all the side effects. Talk to your prescriber and learn more at Fanapt.store his father's jazz club. And in the process,
Okay, gotta go.
revitalizes a community.
And the last two, both won by Alcaraz on clay. And he's also won, I think, either 3 or the last.
So I just got back to my room from the wedding. I want to read you this card. The bride and the groom wrote individual postcards to the guests. I want to read mine. It's so cute. It says, Nakeia, you have no idea how much it means to me that you show up to all my life events. Professionally, I am who I am because of you and all of your help with my writing. We may not talk as often, but know I love you and I am so proud of you and this fun career you have found. Isn't that sweet? I'm getting packed because I'm headed out tomorrow. I have enjoyed Chicago. I've had so much fun and I have a bruise on my big left toe to prove it. Good morning, the last morning in Chicago. Want to get breakfast, keep it simple, and going to Dunkin' Donuts, just like 2 blocks down the road. Well, that didn't work out. The one Dunkin' I knew of was closed. They're closed on the weekends. And then I tried finding the next closest one, and my Google Maps wouldn't update, so I'll just eat at the airport. I'm packing up my suitcase. Come on, boat.
compartment. Train to Terminal 1 arriving. Train arriving. Please see clear of doors.
Yes, and it's the chain. I just spent more money in the last half hour than I did my whole trip. Got some lunch, bought some Garrett's popcorn. It was heavy. Some real famous Garrett popcorn and some souvenirs. A coffee cup. I bought a keychain for my mom.
And turn off the fasten seatbelt sign so you can get up and use the restroom if you need to. Do be mindful as we are rocking back and forth due to that gusting wind. And I will give you a few minutes heads up before we get moving here again so everyone can get seated again and back safely in your seat. Thank you so much for your patience. We'll get you underway as soon as we can.
So I made it back from my trip about almost 3 hours after I anticipated. We couldn't leave Atlanta because of the storm. We got back in town here and I couldn't board the plane because it was still storming. So it was like a waiting game, but I finally made it back, I think just before 11 on Saturday. But I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed my trip. It was a lot of new experiences. That might have been like my first trip to a big city. Maybe not. Maybe it's the biggest city I've been to so far, Chicago, I think. It was fun. I definitely go back again someday. Shout out to my cousin who spent the entire afternoon with me, like several hours, just hanging out, whatever. We got brunch, did some sightseeing. On the boat tour that I took, that boat tour was 90 minutes. He dropped me off for my tour and stayed in the area till I got done. We met up again and went and got some dinner. So he spent several hours hanging out with me, and I'm so appreciative. I had so much fun. It was so good seeing him. I hadn't seen him in a bunch of years, so that was really fun. Shout out to my cousin. But let me say this. I got a phone call before I left my trip. One of my friends was checking in and just asking me about my travels. I told him about this trip coming up, and he wasn't trying to discourage me, but he didn't understand why I travel like I do by myself. And trying to make me fearful, I guess that's the right word. But I don't know if he realizes that I travel is mostly by myself. So I know how to maneuver solo travel or how to conduct myself when I travel alone. I've been doing it for a long time. So my message I feel like sharing is, I understand that why folks don't do it, and it makes perfect sense. I get it. But in my head, oh my God. My message is, I get why people are fearful to travel solo. I get it. But for me, I am not going to miss out on the opportunity to experience something new or something great because I can't find a crew to roll out with me. If you don't want to go, that's fine. I'm going, whether you want to go or not. And I just get to the point now where I don't ask a bunch of folks to go because most times they can't, and that's fine. So I have learned to be extra alert, be on high alert, have my head on a swivel. When I was traveling on this trip, I just kept a running checklist of my belongings. I tucked my keys away, so I knew where they were. But in my head, it was purse, wallet, phone. purse, wallet, phone. Every half an hour or so, purse, wallet, phone. Purse, wallet. I'm just constantly touching for my purse. Make sure my phone was tucked away. I didn't care about losing my purse, but make sure I had at least one debit or credit card and my phone. If I lose my phone, complete meltdown. But I understand what it takes to travel alone. Granted, now I've only done that domestically and not internationally, which is next on my list soon, hopefully. But so my message to those of you who want to try traveling solo: start small, do a couple of road trips at first, and then go further and further away from home, and do your research. I'll research on YouTube several videos how to get from O'Hare Airport to downtown Chicago, and I watched a bunch of videos, and I came across one blog of a lady blogging her route from the airport to the hotel, and the only way I knew I was going the right way was because of her video. Like the same signs that she saw, I saw. The same walkways that she walked down, I walked down on those same walkways. And that's how I knew, oh, I'm going the right way, because old girl on her blog went this way. I blogged some of the same things here as well. So do your research. That's why I wasn't as nervous, because I watched several videos and they all said about the same thing. But until you experience it for yourself, you're gonna be a little bit nervous. But it all worked out because I was prepared, somewhat prepared. So, if you don't feel comfortable, don't do it. If you want to try it, I say go for it. Be alert, do your research, and, go for what you know. But I just, in my head, I'm not letting, one or two people stop me from going and living my best life. If I wanted to go to, LA tomorrow, and I asked a few people, you want to go to LA tomorrow? I'm being dramatic, but you get what I'm saying. You can't, and they say no. I'm not sitting at home and just waiting to find somebody to go with me. I'm gonna book a trip and go, and I will learn when I get there. I will, I had an incident yesterday. I didn't vlog it, but I want to share that. It's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, if you see me in person, ask me about the embarrassing thing that happened to me at the train station downtown. It's hilarious and very embarrassing, but whatever. But, you only learn through experience, and the more I do it, the better and better I get. I hope to expand that to travel overseas and use my passport. My new passport that I got 3 years ago, just brand spanking new, no stamps on it yet. Hoping to change that soon. Enough rambling. Let me step down off my little soapbox. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. I had fun filming it. I had fun when I was up there, and I hope to travel again soon. But as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. I will see you in my next vlog. Thanks for watching, y'all. I really appreciate it. Bye.